And so we are still working with the array colors, okay? And so we are saying that splice this out, okay? Okay, so remove. So we are saying begin from 0 to 1, okay? Now let's document.write the output. That's as usual. Let me add a line break to it. And so what we did was to begin at 0. So if we go ahead and begin at 1 and stop at 2, let's see. So it's going to return red, and so it begins counting from 0, 1, 2. All right. So you are saying that this is. Let's look at our code again. So we are saying that this is 0, 1, 2. This is 0, 1. We're saying start here and end here. Okay. Let me quickly show us another one called okay, we've done splice. I've shown you splice. Okay, and so let me quickly show us something else called the join. The join, and see the difference. Okay. And so we want to make a string out of the array. And so let's document.write this and see. And so you see, it also displays like we're just echoing the array, but now it will make a lot of more meaning when we when I show you other forms of it. So, but let me quickly add line break to this. And so you see, I removed the comma by just adding quotes. We are saying that everything that has quotes, convert all of them to a string. We can also go ahead and say, okay, we can add hyphen to it and say, let's say, we can also, yeah. So let's go ahead and you see what to make out. So you can actually convert whatever you have to a string. Actually, another thing, you can also use the toString method to just go ahead and do this. It's also simple, but this one doesn't allow you to add parameters, and so you can have this as well. So these are very important to know, so that there are times you collect a couple of things from, like, let's say you have an e-commerce website and people are adding tag or meta description in your site, and you want to retrieve certain aspect of the tag. For example, I was doing an application and I modified the user input to collect amount. So I created a function using JavaScript to always add n, that is naira, at the beginning and add comma. And so I needed to pop out. So I mean to shift out that n before using it to do my calculation. And so I needed to treat it like an array and do whatever I wanted to do. And so one last thing I want to show us before we go into other aspects of arrays, and don't forget we are still treating modification. I want to see how let's say we have array 1, array 2, you know, and we want to join this array. We use a keyword called concat, and to do that, I'm going to create 3 arrays. I'm going to create the first array. I'm going to call it a family. Then I'm going to say male array, female array. Then I'm going to join all of. I'm going to create parents array. So I use the male array. I use Chike, Emeka, Bolaji, Chima. The female array, I use Toby, Ifi, Lade. The last, I use the parent array. I use Okoli, Oludare. And don't worry about the names. I mean, these are real African names, and you've got to learn our names. All right. I'm not going to use the whole Andrew thing. I'm not going to use all that. Okay, so let's dive quickly into what we're saying. So if you look at the way I created this array, I use this method to create this array. It's the same thing. I just want to show you that you can. And so I'm going to create the family array using the concat. So I'm going to say parent. I'm going to get this array. I like to copy and paste so I don't make mistakes in the spelling. Dot concat. Okay. Now you're going to begin to add the arrays you want to concat. You can just add one, or you can add multiple by separating with a comma. Okay, so let me terminate this as well. And so we're going to just document write this. So our document, I'm gonna document write the family. So let's see the output. And so it produced a very long array. So you can actually combine more than one arrays together. And so in the next part of this tutorial in arrays, I'm going to be covering sorting arrays. So we have done modification of array, and I'm going to give you a little example, a little assignment, and I want you to do it and submit in the comment section. Go ahead, create 3 arrays, called one class, male student in the class, and then female, then bring them together into a class array. And after doing that, now add new students to the array at the end of the array, then add 2 new students at the beginning of the array, then go ahead and remove 2 arrays in the middle. And so I said create male female arrays, join them together, then add 2 at the beginning, add 2 at the end, then remove a few of them in the middle. I want to see how you can achieve that. See you in the next lecture.